guys, welcome back to our chapter book reading of Wonder. I'm so sorry for yesterday's reading. My computer was actually about to die. I didn't have it plugged into the charger. That's why I kind of had to cut off the chapter from yesterday to hurry up and charge the computer so we didn't lose our recording. So we're going to pick up in the middle of the chapter from yesterday. It was called Lobot. It was about Augie getting his hearing aids. So we're going to continue where I left off. Here we go. See, normal hearing aids usually have a part that wraps around the outer ear to hold the inner bud in place. But in my case, since I don't have outer ears, they had to put the earbuds on this heavy-duty headband that was supposed to wrap around the back of my head. "I can't wear that, Mom," I whined. "You'll hardly notice them," said Mom, trying to be cheerful. "They look like headphones." "Headphones? Look at them, Mom," I said angrily. "I look like Lobot." "Which one is Lobot?" Mom said calmly. "Lobot," the ear doctor smiled as he looked at the headphones and made some adjustments. "The Empire Strikes Back? The bald guy with the cool bionic radio transmitter thing that wraps around the back of his skull?" "I'm drawing a blank," said Mom. "You know Star Wars stuff?" I asked the ear doctor. "No Star Wars stuff," he answered, slipping the thing over my head. "I practically invented Star Wars stuff." He leaned back in his chair to see how the headband fit, and then took it off again. "Now, Augie, I want to explain what all this is," he said, pointing to the different parts of one of the hearing aids. "This curved piece of plastic over here connects the tubing on the ear mold. That's why we took those impressions back in December, so that this part goes inside your ear, fits nice and snug. This part here is called the tone hook, okay? And this thing is a special part we've attached to this cradle here." "The Lobot part," I said miserably. "Hey, Lobot is cool," said the ear doctor. "It's not like we're saying you're going to look like Jar Jar, you know. That would be bad." He slid the earphones on my head again carefully. "There you go, August. So, how's that?" "Totally uncomfortable," I said. "You'll get used to them very quickly," he said. I looked in the mirror. My eyes started tearing up. All I saw were these tubes jutting out from either side of my head, like antennas. "Do I really have to wear this, Mom?" I said, trying not to cry. "I hate them. They don't make any difference." "Give it a second, buddy," said the doctor. "I haven't even turned them on yet. Wait until you hear the difference. You'll want to wear them." "No, I won't." And then he turned them on. Next chapter. Hearing brightly. How can I describe what I heard when the doctor turned on my hearing aids? Or what I didn't hear? It's too hard to think of words. The ocean just wasn't living inside my head anymore. It was gone. I could hear sounds like shiny lights in my brain. It was like when you're in a room when one of the light bulbs on the ceiling isn't working, but you don't realize how dark it is until someone changes the light bulb, and then you're like, whoa, it's so bright in here. I don't know if there's a word that means the same as bright in terms of hearing, but I wish I knew one, because my ears were hearing brightly now. "How does it sound, Augie?" said the ear doctor. "Can you hear me okay, buddy?" I looked at him and smiled, but I didn't answer. "Sweetie, do you hear anything differently?" said Mom. "You don't have to shout, Mom." I nodded happily. "Are you hearing better?" asked the ear doctor. "I don't hear that noise anymore," I said. "It's so quiet in my ears." "The white noise is gone," he said, nodding. He looked at me and winked. "I told you you'd like what you heard, August." He made more adjustments and left on the left hearing aid. "Does it sound very different, love?" Mom said. "Yeah," I nodded. "It sounds lighter." "That's because you have bionic hearing now, buddy," said the ear doctor, adjusting the right side. "Now touch here." He put my hand behind the hearing aid. "Do you feel that? That's the volume. You have to find the volume that works for you. We're going to do that next." "Well, what do you think?" He picked up a small mirror and had me look at the big mirror at how the hearing aid looks in the back. My hair covered most of the headband. The only part peeking out was the tubing. "Are you okay with your new bionic Lobot hearing aids?" the doctor asked, looking at me in the mirror. "Yeah," I said. "Thank you." "Thank you so much, Dr. James," said Mom. The first day I showed up at school with the hearing aids, I thought the kids would make a big deal about it, but no one did. Summer was glad I could hear better, and Jack said it made me look like an FBI agent or something. But that was it. Mr. Brown asked me about it in English class, but it wasn't like, "What the heck is going on with your head?" It was more like, "If you ever need me to repeat something, Augie, make sure you tell me, okay?" Now that I look back, I don't know why I was so stressed about it all this time. Funny how sometimes you worry a lot about something, and then it turns out to be nothing. That's true a lot. I know we all worry about stuff, and it turns out to be okay. All right, next chapter. Via's Secret. A couple of days after spring break ended, Mom found out that Via hadn't told her about a school play. And there goes my dog again. I'll wait for her to finish. The joys of doing this at home. Okay, here we go. I'll just start the part over. Via's Secret. A couple of days after spring break ended, Mom found out that Via hadn't told her about a school play that was happening at her high school next week, and Mom was mad. Mom doesn't really get mad that much, though Dad would disagree with that, but she was really mad at Via for that. She and Via got into a huge fight. I could hear them yelling at each other in Via's room. My bionic Lobot ears could hear Mom saying, "But what is with you lately, Via? You're moody and you're tantrum and secretive. What is so wrong with me not telling you about my stupid play?" Via practically screamed. "I don't even have a speaking part in it. Your boyfriend does. Don't you want us to see him in it?" "No, actually, I don't." "Stop screaming. You screamed first. Just leave me alone, okay? You've been really good about leaving me alone my whole life. So why you choose high school to suddenly be interested, I have no idea." Then, I don't know what Mom answered because it got all very quiet, and even my bionic Lobot ears couldn't pick up a signal. Next chapter. My Cave. By dinner, they seemed to have made up. Dad was working late. Daisy was sleeping. She'd thrown up a lot earlier in the day, and Mom made an appointment to take her to the vet the next morning. The three of us were sitting down, and no one was talking. Finally, I said, "So, are we going to see Justin in a play?" Via didn't answer, but looked down at her plate. "You know, Augie," said Mom quietly, "I hadn't realized what play it was, and it really isn't something that would be interesting to kids your age." "So, I'm not invited?" I said, looking at Via. "I didn't say that," said Mom. "I just don't think it's something you'd enjoy." "You'd get totally bored," said Via, like she was accusing me of something. "Are you and Dad going?" I asked. "Dad'll go," said Mom. "I'll stay home with you." "What?" Via yelled at Mom. "Oh, great. So you're going to punish me for being honest by not going?" "You didn't want us to go in the first place, remember?" answered Mom. "But now that you know about it, of course I want you to go," said Via. "Well, I've got to weigh everyone's feelings here, Via," said Mom. "What are you two talking about?" I shouted. "Nothing," they both snapped at the same time. "Just something about Via's school that has nothing to do with you," said Mom. "You're lying," I said. "Excuse me?" said Mom, kind of shocked. Even Via looked surprised. "I said you're lying," I shouted. "You're both lying," I screamed at Via, getting up. "Both of you are liars. You're both lying to my face like I'm an idiot." "Sit down, Augie," said Mom, grabbing my arm. I pulled my arm away and pointed at Via. "You think I don't know what's going on?" I yelled. "You just don't want your brand new fancy high school friends to know your brother's a freak." "Augie!" Mom yelled. "That's not true. Stop lying to me, Mom," I shrieked. "Stop treating me like a baby." "I'm not. I know what's going on." I ran down the hallway to my room and slammed the door behind me so hard that I actually heard little pieces of wall crumble inside the doorframe. Then I plopped onto my bed and pulled the covers up on top of me. I threw my pillows over my disgusting face and then piled all my stuffed animals on top of the pillows, like I was inside a little cave. If I could walk around with a pillow over my face all the time, I totally would. I don't even know how I got so mad. I wasn't really mad at the beginning of dinner. I wasn't even sad. But then all of a sudden, it just all kind of exploded out of me. I knew Via didn't want me to go to her stupid play, and I knew why. I figured Mom would follow me into my room right away. but she didn't. So I waited a little more. But even after 10 minutes, she still didn't come in after me. I was pretty surprised. She always checks on me in my room when I'm upset about stuff. I pictured Mom and Via talking about me in the kitchen. I figured Via was feeling really, really, really bad. I pictured Mom totally laying on the guilt, and Dad would be mad at her when he came home, too. I made a little hole through the pile of my pillows and stuffed animals and peeked at the clock on my wall. Half an hour had passed, and Mom still hadn't come into my room. I tried to listen for sounds in other rooms. Were they still having dinner? What was going on? Finally, the door opened. It was Via. She didn't even bother coming over to my bed. And she didn't come in softly like I thought she would. She came in quickly. And that's where we're going to end it for today. Make sure you go on and do the question, and we'll do more tomorrow.